Hey guys, Jeff at Hubie's Garage, and it has been a long minute since I've last put out a video, so I am long overdue to get out an update. And don't really I just have a bunch of little things here and there that have been going on as far as the garage, as far as the work, as far as the cars. A lot of personal and family stuff going on, you know, with getting the kid ready for school because I'm doing homeschooling, as well as summer and family and helping out and daily driver stuff, house stuff, you know the drill. So anyway, I just thought I'd give you a little update and just maybe talk a little bit about what's ahead project-wise, try to get back on track now that fall is pretty much just about here. And thought I'd also throw in a couple of things. One of the trips that we did this summer, I'll show you a few clips from that, as well as, yeah, we got a little Try 5 surprise at the very end. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, so last we left off, I was working on Howie's hardtop. I was working on the 55 hardtop, and got pretty much everything done on that. Just had a couple of little things that maybe weren't worthy of filming, but did put the speedometer back together. Still working on a wiring issue that we're dealing with on it, and just have a lot of little items. I'll show you that on the board. We're going to try to get that wrapped up because, again, looking at the board here, there's not really a whole lot left on that. The stereo, for some reason, decided to quit working. Still have an issue with the left tail light, and then I have to deal with finding the original moon tachometer that my dad bought for it. We had a sun tachometer that we originally got out of the gasser, and I've decided to put that tack, it's an original sun tachometer. Actually, this is the later sun tachometer I bought. The one that is actually out of the gasser goes to 8,000 RPMs. This is a 10,000 RPM that I'm going to put in the Del Rey. But these are going to go to a buddy of mine in Michigan to get refurbished, and they're going to be brought into the digital age because the old sending units that go with those things, the box sending units that mount on the firewall, which I have 3 of those, they just don't work anymore, and there's a way to make these tacks digital. So we'll again we'll finish up, we'll find the moon tack for the hardtop, put that back in, just a couple little piddle-anny things for that. Added a couple of items for the Duramax because the Duramax is starting to need some attention. The Bel Air post, that's the one that we were working on prior to everything else, but prior to the work on the dailies that took priority, as well as just trying to get Howie's hardtop back up and running so that we had a drivable working car. And the Bel Air post is going to be the second car that'll be put back together. We still have the brakes, which were a big pain in the butt, and it, quite honestly, it took a lot of wind out of the wind out of my sails, and you'll see that when we actually address the brake lines that we end up putting together and getting those back in working order. Then we have the major tune-up and detail, and then I just have a couple of minor interior repairs, and the car should be ready to get back on the road. Then the Del Rey, which will be the clone of my dad's old race car right here. This is the one that I've really wanted to get back on, the one that I've wanted to continue on what Dustin and Newt did on this one. This is going to be my fun project. This is the one that I can't really wait to get on to working and getting this one up and running, get it mocked up and get it ready to go. So you can see it's ended up becoming a workbench and a storage container. So yeah, we're gonna get on this as soon as we get everything finished up on the Bel Air two-door sedan and start working on the chassis mock-up and everything so that we can get this thing ready to go, so we can get it ready for paint. So probably in between those two will be the gasser. And the gasser, as you can see, Ari and I started to tear it down to get it ready for paint, and then we thought, oh, maybe we could put it back together and take it to a couple of the races that they had going on, but didn't make that deadline. So we ended up going back to stripping it down and getting it ready for paint and lettering, because this is what needs to be done with this car. This car is a historical car. You can see the original right front fender. It did get painted the traditional, or I should say the trademark black fender, and I'm just kind of waiting on my sign painter. He's working on a big major project right now. He's building a van for SEMA, and he's basically all hands on deck. I think he's been so busy that he even missed his birthday. So and I know he's trying real hard to get that done. So as soon as SEMA's over, I'm gonna basically show up on his doorstep with this car and just drop it off. So hopefully he's ready for that. I've talked to him a couple of times in the past, and there's a lot of talk, but I think with him I just need to show up with the car and the cash and just tell him to go to work. if he's got the room, which I think he does, but we'll see how that goes. But that's what's going to happen with that. It'll probably be right after we get the Bel Air sedan running. The other items on the list are the trailer, which we started to work on that a little bit. I got a couple of things mocked up on that. That'll be a later video. We're going to try to get that thing back on the road and see how my idea of the repair will work. I may scrap the idea of going with the aluminum box and go with a steel box. It might be a lot better to do that, but we'll see. The last remaining item on the list is the 67 Bug, and let's see, well, there's the fender for it, or I should say one of the fenders, but you'll notice the 67 Bug is gone. Yeah, we had an opportunity that popped up for the Bug, and basically we took it. What had happened was Newt went ahead and put on social media that they had an opening at the Nitro Garage. They had finished, I believe it was the Pro Mod 57 Chevy, and they had a spot for another car. So I waited about a week, and then the kid and I had talked about getting started on the Bug, because my youngest is going to be driving soon, and we kind of wanted a little pop around car to drive around town. And hey, it's a 4-speed, so why not use that as a car to teach the youngest how to drive stick. So decided to get the Bug started. We've got the engine here, so he and I are going to go through this. It's the stock 1600. We'll probably do a 1776 like I had in it at one time long ago. We went ahead and pulled the aftermarket cheapy Brazilian fender off the car. I did find an original German fender, and basically what Newt's going to do, actually Dustin's going to do it, his son, they're going to go ahead and they've got a lot of cancer basically on each fender, as well as the hood, as well as there's a spot on the roof, and there's also another spot that needs to be done on the front quarter panel. And so we're gonna have Newt do all the cancer repair on the Bug, and while he's got the car, we're gonna try to find a VW guy who does paint, and we're gonna send it out and get it painted this original, I think it was Sierra Beige is what the 67 color was. I'm not exactly sure. I'll put the correct name of the paint. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and paint it the original color. I am the second owner on the car, and dated my wife in the car originally, as well as yeah, there's just a lot of history with that car. So it was the car that I bought after I got the 55 done. I did not want to take this car to college and leave it in the college parking lot, so I bought the 67 Bug as kind of a beater to drive back and forth to school, and it ended up being a real nice car. Like I say, second owner, and you know, a lot of family history with that car, as well as with Volkswagens in general within the family. So 67 was a real unique year. They've got special bumpers. You can see the bumper guards are tilted down, and that's to have the extra clearance for the bigger deck lid. It also has backup lights, and just a lot of things that they kept over from the 66 and earlier years, and some of the better things that they did for the 68 and later years. That was all kind of put into the 1 year only 67, and that's why I ended up with the 67. So we'll see another video with that coming up where we take it to Newt's, and you know, we'll start the journey with that car. And the kid he's involved with it. We'll see if he's gonna get behind the camera at all. And but yeah, it's definitely gonna be a father-son project that we will have hopefully running here shortly, because it's not far off. Just like the Bel Air sedan, it's not far off. So of the 555 Chevys and the Bug, we'll have 2 55 Chevys that'll be up and running turnkey at any point when we need to take the car out. That'll be Howie's 55 hardtop, the Bel Air 2-door sedan, and then we'll have the 67 Bug. Should be running So you guys can see that we went to Tennessee this summer, did an 8-day trip out there, went and looked at some properties. That was a little bit of a crazy Ivan. Some of you guys have been with me for a long time, you know that we have a long history of Montana with my wife being born and raised there. We have land there, and you know, ever since my wife passed, it was one of those deals where initially I thought I was just going to go ahead and continue on with the plan, and that was to go ahead and go out there and build a retirement home. But it over a few years, it became pretty painfully obvious that you know, that the doors were being closed to Montana, that it probably wasn't the place that I should go. And the final nail in the coffin for that was the fact that we had a government agency that came in and took possession of the 2 lots next to me, and they decided to put in a paved public parking lot that will give access to the river that my land is on. And it's going to give public access to fishing, and unfortunately they've decided to put that parking lot right on my property line. And the initial plan that we had to build the house, if I had built that house, I would have been looking at that parking lot right out my front window. So it's going to mean trespassers, it's going to mean littering, it's going to mean a whole host of problems that I just am not looking to go there and try to enjoy retirement when I've got all that stuff going on around me. So we decided to look at some other states, Idaho, Tennessee, Texas, and you know, it's just the trip to Tennessee was pretty awesome. So I know there's a lot of great channels out there. Tennessee's been kind of a mecca for the YouTube garage channels. I know Vice Grip Garage is out there, as well as Uncle Tony's Garage, Whistling Diesel. I mean, all those, a lot of people are out in that area. So you know, it might be a nice place to go. So we'll see if some doors open up out there. All right, we're going to go for a ride in the 56. I need a seatbelt? Man. Not too bad for a cold start.
Yeah. I just changed took the 2-cage fans off the shroud in the back.
Oh, okay.
I put a 16-inch blow-through fan, a pusher fan on it. So I drove up there in the neighborhood a little bit earlier, and then this is the second I've driven since I changed it.
Wow.
And my braking issue, my buddy Wayne talked to a guy, a braking guy. I had a Porsche valve down here, and I got a bias with brake pedal. He said,
wow,
you're working against yourself with it.
Oh, okay.
So I took the Porsche valve out down here, and I was working on the bias pedal on the front. So
Wow. Starting to build some more houses around you a little bit?
they're pretty slack on right now. So
Oh.
it's not too bad.
What gear's in this thing?
73.
373, nice. And you got the Muncie 4-speed?
No, it's Super T10.
Oh, Super T10, okay. Wow.
Yeah, got the Hurst V8 shifter in there.
Yeah, that's a great shifter. A lot of people claim that you can't drive those on the street. I disagree.
Yeah, I get used to it. That's
Yeah, you just got to know how to use it. I got one in my car. I love it.
I love it too. I've had one of these in another car I had a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
69 Chevy with a big block in it. I had that.
Yeah. Any problems with the cops with this thing?
Not yet.
Well, that's good. I just wonder if anybody
getting on it. So.
pulls you over and says, hey, what are you doing driving a race car on the street?
Yeah.
Spotting and going. That's awesome.
What's nice about next race car, you pull up to the street like this,
Yeah.
hit the lane lock.
And it just holds you on the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great for a stick car.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Fun to drive.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. It's great. I haven't really driven anything with a hood scoop, you know, that much in the way.
Not too bad.
I got a snorkel on my other car, snorkel scoop, but this one's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Wow, this is all new up here.
Yeah, it's been doing that for a little while now, but they're
Yeah.
building some more back this way now.
Okay.
Can I turn signals?
That's awesome. Those guys look like they're pretty street legal.
Yeah. Getting ready to redo the exhaust, and it's dropped down right below the seat right here.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna ride up over the rear end and drop it down, not right behind the rear end.
Oh, okay.
That's the gas tank.
Probably
Make it
be,
a little bit quieter, you know.
yeah, a little quieter. Maybe you won't get the fumes as much.
Mufflers on it now, so I'm thinking maybe going to 3-inch, but I'm not sure yet. So
Yeah.
I need to get back away from the windows a little bit, it'd be better.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, okay, I see.
Here's my gas pad right here.
Yeah.
Having the neighbors mad at me now.
Oh, yeah, no. No, it pulls pretty hard. That was awesome.
Yeah. I used to drag everyone had these stacks on, the decker stack. Fast, you know?
That's awesome.
I'm going to that Los Angeles County Sheriff's Car Show,
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Lions Museum.
Yeah.
I think it's on the 15th.
Is Tony Foti still alive?
Yeah.
He is. I remember that.
Be there, and so will Scott Graham.
I remember that Camaro. That was a big LA County Raceway car. I used to watch that car run all the time. Well, that is awesome.
Cool,
thank
huh?
you, thank you. Bring a Volkswagen out here, what I do,
Did it
turns
right.
into a Tri-5 ride. I love it.
I'm gonna adjust the new bias pedal on. It's got dual wheel woods in the back.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
One inch
yeah.
wheel woods.
Yep, so you just
It's
gotta
got the
change
bias pedal. Well, Wink talked to the guys. I had the proportion valve right below my seat.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Pulls pretty hard.
Driving on the street, push it hard you put on the pedal, and it just wouldn't fucking stop. You know, like man, it was scary. It's better now. So.
Yeah. When I first got mine going, it was fighting really hard on that front.
I was gonna do it shiny. I think I'm just gonna leave it flat black and I might re-clear this because you can still see up here where some of the lines where my spade is, my logo.
Yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to just re-clear the roof and then I'm gonna just repaint the black and go later on. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a beat up custom car, but I used to race a little bit. So
That's the thing. If it's a race car, it's like it doesn't have to be a show car. You know,
I don't
because you're
care
gonna be
about
working on
being
it.
show,
Yeah.
but I wipe it down before I go somewhere.
All right, so pretty awesome to get a ride in Newt's 56, the former race car or drag car. He did a lot of street racing with the car, did a lot of drag racing with the car when it had the Hillborn injected big block in it. Obviously, he's put a more tame big block Chevy in it with the T10 Super T10 4-speed, and he's put the car back on the street. So if you follow along with any of the car shows, Donut Derelicts, as well as some of the Tri-5 shows, some of the stuff at the Lions Museum, you'll probably see him out there with the car, driving the car to those events. So yeah, it was real awesome. I'm very thankful to Newt for taking me for a ride in the car, and yeah, lots of fun. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching, appreciate your patience. I'll try to get back on track with getting videos out, and I thank you so much for your support, the subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. There's more Tri-5 stuff out there. And leave a comment, a like. It all helps. So have a good one, everybody. Thanks. Take care.